we're going to talk a little bit today about the power of the personal brand. And in the coaching industry, you know this very well. You'll bump into people and you'll just, sometimes you'll just be amazed at how there's an aura that surrounds them. And you can't put your finger on it. Well, I'm gonna posit that the folks who do that well are the ones who understand the power of the personal brand, of all of the things that are connected to you, your name, and the image that people have in their minds when you're not in the room, but your name comes up. There was a really interesting event. I've got this hat here. It says Cuse on it. I'm a graduate of Syracuse University, and went to a networking event last week in Chicago of Syracuse alums, and it was interesting. We discussed a number of things. They asked me to get up and speak for a few minutes on networking, and one of the questions that I raised for everybody was trying to bridge the gap between the online social networking, social media stuff that is so prevalent these days, and the actual offline press the flesh type thing. So I was asking these questions and getting people to raise their hands. Who's got a LinkedIn account? Who's on Twitter? Who found out about this event from email? And then I said, who's done something to enhance their personal brand today? And one hand went up, and I said, no. Everybody's hand should go up, because by virtue of being in a room like this and actually shaking hands with someone and saying who you are, what you stand for, and finding out a little bit about that person, you're enhancing your personal brand. So that may sound like a bunch of hooey. I believe that it isn't, and I believe that your personal brand, especially in this modern world, it can be pervasive. And if you do your job to get yourself out there, you are really, really, really going to see an amazing amount of success start coming your way by the value of the personal brand. So I want to talk a little bit just briefly about brand, and maybe give you a definition of brand as I see it, and then we can talk together about some of the ways that you can enhance your personal brand. For instance, brand, the definition that I use is the experiences that are attached to people, places, and things. So, when you talk about things, BlackBerry, they've got a brand. And I better turn this thing off so that we're not interrupted during our time together, because I could just see somebody calling. But BlackBerry, you have a different connotation of BlackBerry than everyone else, but that's okay. The brand image can be it can mean different things to different people. But for instance, I'm pretty much addicted to my BlackBerry. I bring it everywhere. I use it everywhere. I happen to love it. BlackBerry's got a brand, and all of the things that surrounded how they service their clients added to the brand persona that is BlackBerry. So if you think of BlackBerry as having a persona, it's ubiquitous, quick, thumbs, people using their thumbs, talking with their thumbs. Those are some of the things that get attached to BlackBerry. Syracuse, orange, great communication school. There are a number of things that are in my head, and my experience may be different from someone else, known as a school with good sports teams. The list could go on and on, but think about how you react when you hear some of the names of places and things as people bring them up. What's the first thing that pops into your mind if someone says Coca-Cola? Well, you've got a pretty strong reaction, I would imagine, toward Coca-Cola. Maybe it's, I can't drink this stuff, or I prefer Diet Coke, or boy, you can't go anywhere in the world and not run into Coca-Cola. However you connote that.